Welcome to Ray Ray Reads. Tonight Mummy is reading Dance with Oti, the Lion Samba to Ray Ray. It was another day of rehearsal at Mrs. Oti's dance studio. The children were practicing their dance moves, ready for the animal dance show. Okay, Mrs. Oti, gather around, children, and let's go over our steps one more time. Who can dance like an elephant? Asked Mrs. Oti. Stomp, 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 said Jan, stomping around the room. Well done, said Mrs. Oti. Okay, what about a giraffe? Stretch, 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 said Ricardo, stretching and lifting his arms as high as he could. Very good, said Mrs. Oti. And how does a lion move? Shake, 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 yelled Martin, Theo and Olivia, shaking their hair just like a lion's mane. Shake, shake, shake. Okay, there's just one more thing, said Mrs. Oti. This year, our lion character will finish the show with a roar. Wow, whispered everyone. Who wants to be the lion? Mrs. Oti asked the class.
Me.
Pick me, pick me, pick me. Mrs. Oti smiled and looked around. Amara was sitting quietly at the back of the room. Amara, would you like to be the lion? Mrs. Oti asked. Amara couldn't believe it. She was so excited to tell her mum and dad all about her starring role. Everyone busily set out about making their animal costumes. Milo was a zebra, Poppy was a rhino, and Olivia was a gazelle. Amara looked at herself in the mirror. She loved her lion outfit, but she was starting to feel a little nervous about the big day. What if my roar isn't loud enough? She asked Mrs. Oti quietly. Don't worry, said Mrs. Oti. You'll be rawsome. Amara laughed, but deep down, she wasn't too sure. At last, it was the day of the show. The class were in their animal outfits, waiting backstage. Martin pulled back the curtain and peeped out at the audience. There's my mum, he said excitedly. And my nana, said Theo. Amara had never seen so many people in one place. I feel a bit nervous, Mrs. Oti, said Amara. It's okay to get a little nervous too sometimes. Oh, it's okay. I get a little nervous too sometimes, said Mrs. Oti. Really? Asked Amara. Of course, but when the music starts, I forget that anyone else is watching me and I enjoy myself. Now, deep breath. Head high, and let's have some fun. The curtains were tied back, the music started, and the children began dancing. But Samara felt a little frightened. She hid behind the curtain. She was too afraid to go on stage. Amara watched as the class stomped and stretched and swayed to the beat, and then Fikile tripped over Jan's elephant trunk. Don't worry, called Mrs. Oti from the side of the stage. Keep going. You can do it. And then, whoops, Ricardo accidentally stepped on Naira's cheetah tail. It's okay, said Mrs. Oti. Style it out. Feel the rhythm. Improvise. The children put on their best smiles and got back into the animal moves groove. Amara watched as the class got into position, ready for the rawsome grand finale. This was her moment, her big moment, but Amara was still too frightened to move. Then something tickled her arm. The rope holding the curtain back was breaking. Quickly, Amara grabbed the rope, but it was too heavy and it started to slip through her hands. There was just only one thing she could do. Amara took a deep breath and gave an almighty roar. Roar, roar, roared Amara for help. Mrs. Oti ran over and fastened the rope in place just in time. Well done, Amara. You saved the day and you found your roar. Mrs. Oti laughed. How about we get back out there and finish the show? Together, Amara asked. Together, said Mrs. Oti. Mrs. Oti led Amara to the centre of the stage. The rest of the class gathered round. Now it's time for the freestyle section of our show, said Mrs. Oti. Everyone, I want you to bust out your best animal moves, and that means you too, she said to the audience. Let's go. The music started, and Mrs. Oti and the children showed off their best moves. Then Theo's Nana got up and joined in. So Martin's mum did the same. Soon everyone was stomping, stretching and swaying to the beat. Mrs. Oti smiled. The animal dance show had been the best one yet. Great job today, said Mrs. Oti to the children. You were all amazing. The class cheered, and then they gave Mrs. Oti a hug goodbye. Amara was the last to leave. I hope you know why I picked you to be the lion, said Mrs. Oti, kneeling beside her. Amara shook her head. Because I knew you had the strength and courage, and now you know that too. Amara smiled and gave Mrs. Oti a hug. She couldn't wait to come back for the next dance lesson. The end. Now here we have the Lion Samba step by step. So we stretch to the left and then we stretch to the right. We stomp our feet and move your arms. Roll your hips around and round, bend down and bring your hands up to roar. Both hands to the side and bounce. Roll your hips round and round, shimmy forwards. Roll your hips round and round, shimmy on the spot. Both hands to the side and bounce. Glide to the right. Both hands and side to the bounce. Glide to the left. Bend down and bring your hands up to roar. Big spin and pose. And that's the end of the story and the Lion Samba dance. Thank you for listening to me read to Ray Ray. Until the next time.